Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin quoted to USDC on Zondacrypto long-term chart, weekly time frame with the awesome oscillator in the back. So why I have this and why I'm willing to take a look at the long-term chart of the Bitcoin is quite simple, because due to the recent developments, maybe it is a time to see on what point of the cycle we are according to the Elliott wave theory. So let's just take a look at the cycles. Let's take a look how the momentum relates to the cycles. So the easiest right now labeling using the Elliott wave cycle is to start with this low in 2022, the end of the October 2022, and this will be our starting point, point zero, roughly around the level of 15,755. So we take our let's say Elliott wave impulse wave, obviously, and we start with this low here. Now we can place the top for the wave 1 here in the main cycle. Now the cycle for the wave 2 might be here, but it might be a little bit bigger correction with the low here. Now the wave 3 top perfectly clear to be here. Wave 4 correction completed, and the last wave to the upside is here. Now this count has a one problem, because the movement to the downside is here towards the lows of the wave 3, which is perfectly acceptable. Nevertheless, then we have the movement to the upside, which is above the wave 5 high. Now the most of the people is saying, all right, so what we can do here is irregular flat corrections, which is why they label this as the wave A, they label this movement to the upside as the wave B, and they wait for the wave C correction to the downside towards the level of 50,000, between 50 and 70,000. The potential target, according to the cycles theory, might be placed. And this is a quite unusual labeling because of this situation here with the irregular flat correction. Nevertheless, if we want to do this, it is only possible if we obviously label this wave here as generally as the wave, let's say wave 1, nothing else, just the wave 1. So let me say it's a wave 1, let's say it's a 32, even it doesn't actually matters. Can I change this text? No, I can't. So that would be the wave 1, you know what I mean, right? That would be the wave 1 in a bigger cycle. A, B, C, big wave 2 is done as the irregular flat, fine, and then movement to the upside in big wave 3 is being expected. Now that's the one way of the labeling. However, I can see very nice impulsive cycle here in the wave B, and it doesn't actually looks like a wave B cannot be impulsive cycle, right? So if we remove this this ABC irregular flat correction on our long-term chart, there is one thing that might be helpful with our labeling is the momentum indicator. I'm using the awesome oscillator, right? So, or RSI basically, but this time I'm using the awesome oscillator. Now we know that the wave 3 cannot be the shortest wave, and the wave 3 is most powerful wave, very often very long wave, and it has the biggest movement to the upside in our situation, or to the downside, doesn't matter, but generally it's a wave with the biggest momentum. And according to this situation here, we might label the top for the wave 3 here and the bottom for the wave 4 here, and that's why this movement to the upside might be the wave 5. Now why this labeling is better, a little bit better, a little bit more probable in a cycles theory than the ABC regular flat at the top of the previous wave 5 here, right? So this is a big nice wave 3 that expands in 5 ways. The wave top for the wave, bottom for the wave 2 might be here. So we got this short wave 1, short wave 2, 5 wave impulsive structure in wave 3, which has the biggest momentum, as you can see here. This momentum here is even bigger than this one. Nevertheless, the whole wave 3 has the biggest momentum, and then we have, of course, the wave 4, and then another swing to the upside made in impulsive wave as the target for the wave 5. Now, the other thing that suggests that this labeling might be better than the ABC irregular flat is, let me just find out my arrow. Where is my arrow? Any arrow, thank you very much. And you can see the bearish divergence, which is very, very common between top for the wave 3 and the top for the wave 5, right? So we got these two tops, right? This is lower, this is higher, easy. And on the momentum, we do not have new momentum high, momentum top on the weekly time frame chart, which means there is a bearish divergence between what is the chart showing, what is the price showing, and what is the momentum showing us, which means basically that the wave 5 momentum is way lower than the wave 3 momentum, which is all right. So the movement to the upside, the last movement to the upside, last wave in the impulsive cycle has been made on the lower momentum. Lower momentum, lower force, lower volatility, and anything related to this market behavior, right? That would mean this typical behavior, the bearish divergence between wave 3 and wave 5, might be another indication that this cycle labeling might be better and might be more probable, which is why we should expect now, if we have the wave 5 top in place, we have to go to the lower time frames and see if there is a 5 ways done here in wave 5. So if we have the wave 5 let's say completed 5-wave impulsive structure, all we need is some simple correction, for example wave ABC to the downside, maybe zigzag, maybe something else. It depends how the market will behave. And the third situation here, and that's pure price action candlestick patterns, is that if you take a look here, you have a weekly bearish engulfing pattern, which is quite rare to see on these large time frames, but it's very, very possible, and statistically possible as well, that appearing of this kind of a engulfing pattern, engulfing candlestick pattern on the high time frames like weekly, is very probable the first clue of some sort of the pullback or correction, right? So that's why I'm placing it, paying attention for you guys on this situation here on the weekly time frame chart of the Bitcoin. So if you want to know in what part of the cycle you are, here is your answer. Possibly the upward movement on the Bitcoin might be completed from the cycle's point of view, unless the wave 5 will be extended to the upside, and that is that there will be something which is called FOMO in a cryptocurrency word. But if this scenario based on the Elliott wave cycles is correct, we should see some sort of the ABC corrective pattern to the downside to unfold. Obviously, any new high above 123,000 on Zondacrypto is immediately invalidates this scenario. I mean, invalidates the top for the wave 5. Maybe there will be another little wave inside of this wave 5 to complete the cycle. Nevertheless, we got some indication that possibly for the long term, and I mean week, monthly to even to quarterly measurements, we got some sort indication, some sort indications of the possible top in the Bitcoin market. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.